Every hospital has two sides. There's the part that's clean, bright, and full of life, where patients come in with hope, and doctors do their best to send them home better than they arrived. And then there's the other side, the quiet, forgotten part. The part most people never see unless they have no choice. The mortuary. At Hillside Medical Hospital, I worked in that side for over 2 decades. I was the senior pathologist there. My name is Dr. Ravidas. Monsoon had just started, and the power was flickering from the storm. I was preparing to wrap up when the police brought in one last case. And I don't scare easy. I deal with death for a living. Cold cases, forensic analysis, postmortems, facts, not fiction. No family. No immediate cause of death. They found her near the bypass road, partially buried, some burn marks on the upper body. They couldn't wait for the morning. The station needed the postmortem done that night. But even after 26 years, I've never been able to explain what happened in Postmortem Room 3. It was the evening of July 12th. We prepped the room. A whisper, right next to my ear. Not words, but breath. Slow and reversed, like it was being inhaled from inside a tunnel. The body was colder than it should have been, not stiff, not bloated, but wrong. Her eyes were closed, but something about her face felt unsettled, too calm, too preserved. Her skin was untouched, despite the burns reported by the officers. So around midnight, I accessed the CCTV system strictly against protocol, but I needed to see it for myself. Her hair was singed, but no blisters, no deep trauma. Almost like the burn had happened near her, not on her. The lights were humming under generator power. The air felt heavy, like the storm was pressing down on the roof. Female, around 35. No ID. The body. So, despite the weather and my exhaustion, I agreed. Nurse Anita was with me. I started the examination. I made the Y incision, steady as ever, -2 degrees Celsius, then up to +5 degrees Celsius, then dropping again. That's when the lights dimmed, just for a second. Anita whispered, "Sir, why is it freezing?" "There's no AC here," I replied. Then, total darkness. The generator failed. Everything went dead silent, except for a soft sound. Anita didn't say a word. I could barely hear her breathing. 30 seconds passed, maybe less. Then the lights snapped back on. But the body had moved. One arm was slightly raised. Her foot was turned. Nothing extreme, but just enough to be undeniable. Case closed. I looked at Anita. "Did you move her?" She shook her head. "No, sir. I didn't touch anything." I backed away. My gloves were still clean, my hands shaking. We sealed the body and wheeled it into cold storage unit 4. I left the hospital without finishing my notes that night. A ritual cult suspected of practicing soul binding, an attempt to anchor the soul to a body, preventing it from leaving after death. I couldn't sleep. My mind kept replaying the scene. The Ouroboros. The feed from room 3 was normal up until 6:42 p.m., then black screen for 6 minutes. Only room 3. All the other cameras in the hospital were perfectly fine. When the footage resumed, there was a single frozen frame half a second long. The autopsy table, eyes open, staring directly into the lens. I slammed the laptop shut. I moved far from the city to a quiet town where no one knows my name. No stamp, just an envelope. A photo of a woman lying on an autopsy table, her eyes open. Over the next few days, things only got worse. Cold storage unit 4 began malfunctioning. The internal temperature kept shifting on its own. Night staff started reporting knocking sounds from the inside. A janitor quit on the spot after claiming he saw a naked woman standing behind the glass, smiling. Everyone thought it was stress, overwork, imagination, until the police returned. They had matched the woman's fingerprints. Her name was Sumita Roy, missing since 2012. But here's the thing, she had already been found. In 2015, her body was recovered, identified, and buried. Same name, same fingerprints, same person. So who or what was lying in our cold storage? I had to know more. 2 nights later, I returned to room 3 alone. I brought the body out of storage again. That's when I saw the mark, a faint burn shaped like a circle. A serpent eating its tail. I had seen that symbol once before. On a restricted case from years back. Some called it superstition. Others, black magic. I didn't want to believe either. But then the room turned cold again. The lights stayed on, but the temperature dropped so fast I could see my own breath, and that's when I heard it again. This time clearly, this time unmistakable. You cut open what never died. The voice wasn't loud, it was disappointed. I walked out that night and never returned. I submitted my resignation by email. But every year, on July 12th, I receive a letter. No return address. Inside, a single photograph. It's always the same. And every year, she's looking a little closer to the camera. In our profession, we say the dead tell no lies. But in room 3, the dead whisper things no living soul should ever hear. And some just don't die at all.